Hideaway Homestead. We're glad you joined us today to get just a little bit of a brief update on what we've been doing this week. Had a couple of unusual things to happen.
Yeah, we did.
Some good things. One of them was that my oldest daughter dropped off last weekend some fence for us to use, and we're getting ready. Kevin got started putting that up alongside our house, and it looks so good, and we're so grateful for that. And then there was the blueberry bush find this week. It's like God just dumped that in our lap. I was thinking about how accidental that was. You accidentally signed me up to that Facebook forum.
That's right.
And you wouldn't have seen it, but I happened to come across it, and so we ended up, we'll tell you about it. Kevin will tell you about it in a couple of minutes and show you what we were able to get. But that was quite a blessing, and we're so grateful for that. And then today we did a beginning beekeeping class, and it invited some people from Facebook and local stores, and where else did we put a flyer? We had Craigslist.
Yep.
So you put a flyer in the local feed store. It had several people to respond to that.
Yep.
And so that was a good thing for us. We were all ready to go with that last year. And then that very month is when COVID hit and everything was locked down. So this has been a year in the making.
This is our beginners beekeeper class setup. We have tables all set up here with folders and different things on it. This is our back table, and this will be our door prizes that we will give to everybody. Everybody that comes gets a door prize. And this is another one of the tables set up. Okay, and this is our display area right here. See, we've got the honey extractor right there, and there's a bucket with some honey still in it that we're going to show how to fill bottles. And we have a nuke and a full-size hive with a smoker and veil and the tools, all the tools that you need to get into beekeeping.
We're very pleased with the people who attended, so that was good. And then my youngest daughter came out here today with her children, and they brought good food for the pigs. They had carrot peels and other stuff from their juicing adventures, and our pigs really like that, and they like to get to see the animals and to help us pick lettuce and all of that kind of stuff. So pretty good stuff happening here at the end of February.
Yes, most definitely. Like Carol said, we had those blueberries. We came across she came across the blueberries on Facebook, and it was a new site for me. I had come across and found out about, and it had to do with farming, and so I signed up for it, and I thought I signed up for it, and I actually had signed her up for it.
My Facebook account was open, and he thought it was his Facebook account.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that. And so I signed up, and I started wondering, okay, now why am I not getting anything from these people? And then she started telling me about the stuff that she was getting, and I figured it out. Okay, I signed you up instead of me, which is okay. So I had to go back and sign myself up as well, so we're both signed up under this thing now or whatever. Anyway, make a long story short, she found the blueberries on this site of a blueberry company that was going out of business. They were a U-Pick, I think.
Yeah, at one time, yes, they did have U-Pick.
They were a U-Pick place, and a quite large place with blueberry bushes.
Yeah, lots of them.
And they were going out of business, and they were selling their blueberry bushes still in the big pots. And right now, this time of year, the blueberries are in bloom here in Florida. And so these things are just covered with blueberries and blossoms. And so we loaded up and drove to a town about an hour from here and loaded those things up. And we got quite a few of those and put them out. And you'll see them actually in the video.
Yes.
They'll be in this video too, so stay tuned for a few more minutes and you'll see the blueberry bushes.
Yes.
But that was a good find for us
to
have some more fruit here on the homestead.
Right.
And that's one of the things that we sort of are lacking a little bit in, is having fruit trees and bushes and that sort of thing out here. So
it takes so long for fruit trees to grow
Yeah.
to the point that they produce. We failed our fruit trees that we had in the past. We put some good money into that, but we didn't have a way
Yeah.
to water them consistently or to nourish the soil, and so we've had a lot of fruit failures. But I think the blueberries in pots, we're going to be able to maintain them pretty well, and that'll be some good fruit for us. So.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
enough of it that we can actually
Get something from it.
Yes. make a batch of blueberry muffins or something like that. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, I got them all moved. We put them in the west garden. We put them on the inside of the fence in the west garden, mainly to keep the deer out of them. So I'm on the outside looking in, and you can see I've got 8 of them lined up across the fence here. And then on the far end of the garden, on the east side, I've got the other 5. And so here are the other 5 over here. Like I said, they're inside the fence, so they're pretty much protected from the deer and other animals that might want to eat them, because they do have berries on them right now. They haven't ripened yet, but they're getting pretty close. Okay, so this is what we're going to do with these. And like I said earlier, this is very close to where the bees are, and so the bees can find them real easily.
So thanks for joining us here today on Hideaway Homestead. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also, while you're there, if you click that little bell next to it, it'll give you a notice when we put new videos out. And that way you'll know when there are new ones coming up. And also, share us with your family and friends. And what would really help us is if you would share us on your Facebook or whatever social media you're involved in. That would be a great thing for us. So until next time, thanks for joining us here on Hideaway Homestead.